Takenaka Carpententry Tools Museum is where we marvel at ancient blueprints and very sharp objects. Today, we're diving into the life of a master carpenter, those unsung heroes of temple construction. They design, build, and even draw full-size blueprints on the floor, because who needs paper, right? We'll uncover the mysterious art of transforming woods into stunning temple structures. Buckle up, because being a master carpenter is as much about geometry as it is about making sure your blades are sharper than your wit.
What kind of work does a carpenter actually do? Let's examine their work from the viewpoint of a master carpenter who is behind the whole process. The first step is design. Carpenters decide the size and shape of the building. In old times, the master carpenter coordinated everything from drawing the plans to ordering timber. These are the notes and drawings of Horenyi Temple in Nara Prefecture made by Tsunekazu Nishioka, a master carpenter of temples and shrines. In the design stage, Nishioka investigated the ancient architecture and summarized the remaining details in this notebook. It shows the effort put in to absorb the knowledge left by the Asuka period craftsmen some 1,300 years ago. This is a 1:10 scale drawing from the reconstruction of the 3-story pagoda of Horenyi Temple. The drawing assumes the actual work and includes specifications of the smallest details such as the fit. In the day, ruling pens were used to create the final drawing. Please take a look at the drawing on the floor. This is a full-size cross-sectional drawing of the life-size model of the interlocking structure of Toshudaiji Temple's Golden Hall, which is displayed in the open ceiling area. Carpenters check the details of the fit and the shape of curves that are unclear in the reduced-scale drawing by enlarging it to the actual size. The next step is inking, in which marks are drawn on timber to indicate where they should be cut. There are different types of template boards on display on the walls. There are many curves in the structural components of temples and shrines. Creating these curves beautifully is the highlight of the master carpenter's skills. Curves that appear frequently are inked using templates like these. Other curves are drawn freehand or by bending a ruler. The lines are corrected using hand planes or knives. A natural and gentle curve cannot be created if the blades are dull. Next, let me explain the hand carving process. These are components of the interlocking structure model of Toshudaiji Temple's Golden Hall. These are still in the process of carving. The blades need to be sharp to carve timber of this size with small carpenter tools. Please take a look at this large circular column. To make these, a log that is slightly larger than the desired size is needed. A cutting tool called adze is used to first carve the log into an octagonal column. Then, the column is inked, and the corners are carved to create a 16-sided column, and then a 32-sided column. Finally, it is shaped into a circular column using a plane. Toshudaiji Temple is an ancient architecture, so the structural components are finished using planes employed in ancient times such as yarigana, a spear-shaped plane. This is a model of Kiku-jutsu, which is said to be the most difficult technique in carpentry. Kiku-jutsu is a technique for unraveling the complicated geometry of architectural details through drawings. This model shows the fit at the corner of a roof. The components at the corner are warped upward in different directions and are fitted in a complicated manner. Carpenters unravel this structure through a method of drawing that uses steel squares. Because it is extremely difficult work, there is an old saying that goes, "Carpenters and sparrows cry on the eaves." The saying describes how sparrows are chirping at the eaves of the roof, while carpenters cry because of the difficulty of the work at the eaves. to pray for the safety of the sometimes hazardous work and the future of the building to be constructed. Rituals such as the groundbreaking ceremony and roof-laying ceremony are held in different stages of construction. Being in charge of these ceremonies is one of the important parts of the master carpenter's job. Here, ceremonial outfits, carpentry tools, and building tags called munafuda are on display. The ceremony involves wearing special costumes and using special carpentry tools with lacquer decorations. Before the alteration, movements such as sumiuchi, inking, and chonahatsuri, chipping, are performed. The carpenter tools used in the ceremonies are not for actual use, and many have been handed down for generations. Munafuda is a tag that is inscribed with the name of the client and carpenter, the date of completion of the framework, and the reason for construction, and is nailed down to the ridge pole at the highest part of the roof truss during the roof-laying ceremony. Preparing this tag was also one of the master carpenter's responsibilities.